And everyone knows it's no secret that both of these teams have their strategies around those star players who both broke out in Contenders Season 0. When we talked about Boombox to Team UK, they said, we know that they're coming after Boombox. We know that's going to happen. We have plans to deal with that. They mentioned it to me like, we're going to be a Roman army. We're going to retreat. There's going to be a phalanx around Boombox. We're going to use him as bait, and we're going to crush them when they go for it.
But the key here is that the United Kingdom, they've played together quite a bit as a team. We know that they were able to get a lot of prep in prior to this tournament, and I got to tell you, the plan of going against Boombox, not a unique plan. It's something that they should be well prepared for.
Well, Belgium had a little bit of a hard time getting as much practice in as they wanted, so they're just going to have to rely on raw mechanics, and now they're going to rely on some machinery. We're on Numbani, and we've got a Torb on the field.
Torb is here. So Aardvark will be on the route here for Belgium. Of course, they're going to be hoping that that turret buys them a little bit of breathing room. Meanwhile, United Kingdom right now, surveying the field, looking for their opportunity to dive right in.
Well, United Kingdom, this is their map choice, and they said, we will always choose Numbani if we get hybrid. They really like this map. They've got a plan for it. The dive does come in up over top, and then they take the low ground, but that turret not been dealt with, and 8box able to take down Mikey.
Mikey was not expecting that early on, and though UK is able to get one early kill, Belgium is withstanding very well right now. They're very high on HP. They're not really getting poked out much at all, and now they're starting to flush the UK out of their spawn area, and it's Logix being a surgeon in the back, getting what he needs to, and Cruz just can't find anything.
Logix doing what Logix does right there, able to take down 2 quick kills. Well, it's going to be very important to watch him as he gets 12 more percent. What I said, he gets more kills with Pulse Bomb than nearly any other Tracer. High-level Torb play, though, they're moving the turret around.
One important thing to note here is that Senpai was a little bit too far out. Boombox demeched him before this fight, so there is a window right now for the UK to go back in. Boombox already has a Transcendence up. Cruz and Boombox can combine their powers. They're going to do just that. Here comes Cruz, slicing his way in. It's a double kill for Cruz early on, and he is cutting to ribbons, this Belgium team.
Well, that is one way to end a fight before it starts. 4 eliminations from that Dragon Blade. Cruz, you know, a former Lucio, now flexing his muscle on everyone's favorite Cyber Ninja. 4 huge kills. That's going to be first point easily.
Very good stuff coming out here from the UK. They recover. And here's the important thing. Boombox didn't even need to use his Transcendence. Cruz just says, nah, hold that. I got this, fam.
Absolutely, he's able to get it. Sorry, he threw me off with the fam. First the dabbing, now the fam. I don't know where I am right now. Well, they're going to poke a little bit further forward. This is a smart thing to do once you take first. Get the free push behind. Of course, you leave your Lucio back on cart duty, and you take the fight up front around the next bend where you want it.
UK right now looking for their opportunity. Spree, though, gets down Mikey early on, and Mikey, he's been aggressing in the Belgium, getting picked off early in these fights, and that's what's been giving Belgium some degree of stability. That's what hurt the UK on their first push, and now Belgium, trying to make the most of it, they force out the Transcendence from the UK.
He's going to use it now, and they're going to double down. Here comes that sound barrier, too, to give it both support ultimates, and they are making the best of it, though. Once you use those support ultimates, you want to convert them into kills somehow. They are able to pick up 3 very quickly. Logix strikes back with a Pulse Bomb onto Boombox. That micro battle's been going on all day, but it's not going to be enough. It looks like free push towards second.
Boombox might have died there, but he was a valiant martyr indeed. His Transcendence kept the UK alive against the defensive aggression coming from Belgium. They take the fight cleanly, and now they get to roll casually here to the point. Belgium cannot find a chance to contest.
Part of the Boombox bait strat is they're not always going to fall back and protect him. If they see a couple people diving in, they will take the opportunity to send their own people forward and take them down as well. That's what happened in that fight.
Next fight right now, rolling right your way. United Kingdom, they have a Dragon Blade on deck. Cruz was a surgeon earlier in the day, and he's going to be one once more. Diving right in, looking for the soldier. Gets Spree. Now on the hunt for more. Will have to sell for just a soldier kill, but the way has been cleared. United Kingdom getting through Belgium here so far, but they start losing people into the backline. Brudor holding strong and giving Belgium a little bit of stability.
They were able to use the Transcend and get a little bit out of there, but the trades are not coming quick enough for them as the offense continues to aggress. Mikey's going to come in and atone for past sins, past dying early in fights, able to get on the cleanup there. And though the stall is here a little bit late, they're going to have to back out. One more defensive stand for Belgium incoming.
Now, the interesting thing is that this is the point in the Numbani where defenses oftentimes will hold and make up for lost time. Belgium does have a good tool here in Sound Barrier that they can come out with. It's probably going to be a trade between Barrier versus Transcendence, but this is difficult here for Belgium. They need to hold strong.
It is a spot, but generally you want to hold it at the top of the hill, and the cart's already gotten past there. The Primal Rage comes in, is going to force out a Transcend at the very least, so now the offense is going to turn it around and get back in. Cruz has Blade up.
Cruz with the Blade, looking for blood once more, into the back, gets one. Both supports down right now for the Belgium defense. A very good engagement coming in here from the UK. Nothing too flashy, but effective. Belgium will be pushed to the limit as they try and come back to defend this.
Gonna drop a self-destruct, try to get people off guard. It's a really great sign for the UK that Mikey has come alive. We had some questions about his Tracer play. Of course, a phenomenal Pharah player, but his Tracer play, the first couple fights, he died first. The last couple fights, he has been cleaning up.
Mikey has definitely had a redemption story, but Belgium, one last attempt to defend here. Spree holding on to attack visor, going to be looking for a way in. Self-destruct, moving right in for the UK. Clearing out space. United Kingdom already at the first kill. Spree, attack visor into the back line, looking for anything right now, not really converting as much as he would like, and the pressure from the UK right now is very much intense.
It's just too much for Belgium to handle. They've been out here stalling on the card, but they haven't really won a fight this entire map, and now it's all over for the side of the offense. United Kingdom finishing Numbani in a pretty blazing time. Numbani's a map that you don't always even see finished, and to finish with over 2.5 on the clock.
So I do believe Numbani was the pick of the United Kingdom here, and something that's worth noting is that you take a look at players like Boombox and Cruz, well, you do have that legacy going from Reunited way back in the day where that core of players, right, they really like Numbani.
Yeah, that was the first Numbani team. We're even talking to UK though, we asked them, like, what maps do you like on this mode, which on that mode, and they were kind of, oh, we like this one, we like that one. When we got to Hybrid, they said Numbani. We will always pick Numbani. Numbani is our home and favorite map, and you can see why right there. It's really, they didn't struggle at all on any section of it, because even pushing up that hill can stop the best of teams, and they flew right up it.
So for the United Kingdom, a team that certainly came in with quite a bit of swagger, very confident in themselves, they are showing to us perhaps why. Meanwhile, we take a look at Belgium, where Belgium came out a little bit weaker than they would have liked. What do you think we have to see more of here from Belgium as we go to the next round of the Numbani to potentially swing this back in their favor?
I'd like to see more of the DPS playing a little bit together. It felt like Logix was throwing in pulse bombs after the fight was already over. He'd get a kill, but what's the point? Again, it's just cohesiveness on the team. We're seeing something interesting here. I actually like this as a switch up because a lot of teams outside of North America don't deal with Sky threats very well. They don't deal with Pharah and Mercy. So the UK knows this. They know that they personally don't deal with Pharah and Mercy well, so why not throw it at the team to see what sticks?
I'm always a fan of just attempting the Pharah Mercy to see if the other team can beat it. It's one of the compositions in Overwatch that if a team can deal with it well, maybe you don't want to go for it. It really depends on the strength of your Pharah Mercy, but sometimes it can be a win card against teams that just are not prepared for threats for the sky. So for Belgium to come out here and open up with this Pharah Mercy combo, I am completely okay with that.
It's triple DPS as well, so it's going to be a lot of pressure on Brudor to hold the ground and sustain there as well. And they also know it's a good read on UK because Cruz is only going to play Genji. You know, he's not going to switch over to a 76 or something. So see if you can force their composition to maybe rotate something. Already damaged boosted rockets coming up over the top, and that is a free kill onto Reels to start it off.
A great support pickoff early on here from Belgium. That's going to let them be way more aggressive. They're going to have way more healing support on their side, and the UK must strike back soon. And down goes Boombox. Very good stuff from Belgium. And even though they suffer some losses of their own, even though Bode is out of the fight, this is a good start for Belgium.
Yeah, they need to get in here and take advantage of this, but the respawns are going to be so much better for the defense, so much closer. But Logix on the cleanup is able to take down Smex and the other tank as well. Just talk about the order of operations that happened there. Able to take down the Reels first on the Lucio means Boombox is all alone up there. He's got no peel, no support. They take down Boombox next. When you lose both supports to start out a fight, that fight is very difficult to pull back.
And don't forget that you have Logix on this Belgium side. Spree opened the door, Logix slammed it right in the UK's face right after. And the reason is that Tracer is so good at cleanup. Once you have an advantage, it's difficult to apply pressure on Tracer and stop her from doing what she wants to do.
And look, speaking of not doing what you want to do, United Kingdoms has to come off the Genji. Cruz is forced to go into the 76 because this pharmacy threat is so tough in the sky. They need Boombox and Cruz to combine on it. That's a nice TVT to start it out. Tracer versus Tracer, Mikey wins it against Logix.
Belgium knows how important Logix is to their ability to win fights. And you see, as soon as he died to Mikey, Belgium, they go in full retreat. They know they don't want to take that fight right there, especially not when the respawns are so close. They're going to wait for a full 6. But going to the next fight, they have Resurrection on deck. and a barrage. So if Logix can buy a little bit of a distraction, there's a lot of room for Belgium to simply sweep through the UK going into this next engagement.
It's time to be aggressive because you have good DPS ultimates available and you have the resurrection. You have the second life as long as Boss is still alive. Spree finds himself domed into the shield there, takes himself out, and then a ambitious blade gets punished, Senpai down, and that did not go well for them at all. Time to reset.
No, not in the least. When you open things up as a Pharah by picking yourself, that's not how you want things to go down. To Belgium's credit, they hold on to their ultimates. They don't really throw good money after bad there. They still have plenty of power going into this next fight. However, the UK's had some time to reestablish their forces.
And the blade may have looked a little questionable, but I think they already knew they wanted to switch off and add a little more sustain. So Senpai is going to switch over to the D.Va instead. They need more tanks here. The dive on a boombox comes in.
Brudor right now going in saying, throw the orbs at me now. Has none of Boombox's shenanigans. He's going to take him down immediately. A great opening engage here from Belgium. We'll see if they can finish it strong.
So this is the UK strat of Boombox gets dived on, counter dive. We'll see if they can convert it into eliminations. They have not done so far. Now with Cruz out of the fight, that is a lot of hit scan power out of it. They're not going to be able to deal effectively with the Pharah, and she should be able to clean up.
Very good cleanup coming out here from Belgium, but the United Kingdom also not falling quickly in turn. For winning this fight as decisively as Belgium has, the payload took a while to get moving. This will give the UK a little bit of an opportunity to come back in here and potentially mount a defense. It's going to be difficult given the resources they have, but still very possible.
Belgium used pretty much everything that they had there to finish that fight in round second corner. They will, again, still have the resurrection. So in my opinion, should be as aggressive as possible, all fight in the same area. Get some trades, and then turn it into a 6v4 by bringing your team back to life.
Well, here comes Bear from the UK as they continue here to move in. Meanwhile, Belgium trying to make this attack their own. Spree in the air, nothing on him as he finds reels again. The skies are Spree's, and he is capitalizing with authority.
Transcendence comes out a bit late there too, had already gone down. Justice reigns from above, and to the surprise of almost everyone, he's able to finish that ultimate out of the skies, and Spree has been a problem for them. They haven't had the answer. Even though boat goes down, this fight is all in favor of Belgium.
And part of what's giving Spree the room to work with here is that Logix is an absolutely scary tracer. If he's in your back line, you have to give him respect. But if you're giving him respect, you're not looking to the skies, and that is a big reason why Spree had so much room to work with.
You need two pieces to take out the two pieces of the Pharah and the Mercy, and they've been doing such a good job of either taking out Boombox or Cruz, and neither of them can do it alone.
Next fight here underway, Logix into the backline, Spree still in the skies. Senpai gonna get defect here early on, but Brudor again going for supports with Primal Rage, giving Belgium a chance here as they go through one of the hardest points in the map for an offense, and they're trading out reasonably well, and that resurrection could be the key.
Beautiful tempo res there. They're able to take down Cruz, and that's going to give Spree all the room he needs, although Spree does go down. Apparently Boombox can do it alone for the few sets it probably can right there. That's going to really slow them down. That's been their big threat, and it's not just the Logix, and it's not just Spree, but they have to work in concert. I hit a rocket, and Logix is there to go finish it.
The other problem here too is that even though the Pharah serve the ball at points A and points B, the final point here in the body is not very Pharah friendly. It's hard to get in position. There's a lot of ways that you can be dealt with. And Spree, to this point, that is why he's swapping out to 76. The era of Pharah is over. Now we'll see if they can do this a little bit more straight up.
Well, it also allows Bo to switch over off of Mercy onto the Zenyatta, a much more ground-based composition. Now what you're giving up there, of course, you saw Spree switch off, and after using an ultimate, you're giving up ultimate advantages. So the Transcend is going to be later. Your Tactical Visor is going to be later. You almost need a fight where you're not going to use ults just to try to pull even on those abilities.
So for now, Belgium, with the ultimate disadvantage, moving in, looking for an early pickoff that could put this fight in their favor, despite the fact that they are suffering from those last switch-offs. Bod looking for early kills here. Moving in and around, supporting his team from the back. And it's Logix who breaks it wide open. D-backs the D.Va, takes down Reels, and now Belgium has opened the door.
Logix is going to get the credit for that, but it was a nice self-destruct over the top. But speaking of that, on the other side, it is Mikey matching him every step of the way. They also cash in on the Tactical Visor from Cruz, and it will push them all the way back. Nice counterplay from the United Kingdom.
Now we are down to our final minute and 30 here in this first map. Of course, the United Kingdom, even if they were to fail in their defense, they would still have a better time. But Belgium, they are worried about survival right now, Hex. They're down to arguably their final 2 pushes, but getting reels down again is Logic's. This is a good start.
Logic's just been a terror on the back line, but turned out in play as Vaughn and Afox both go down to the United Kingdom swing back, and that is 3 quick kills in response. Spree trying to get his tactical visor, but launched up. That is 1,000 HP Winston in his face. He'll get nothing.
Logic's is trying to bring Belgium over the finish line here. So many fights where he does get the first kill, is able to isolate out reels early on. But even with these 6v5 opportunities, the UK is still in good position to go onto the weak points of Belgium and equalize things immediately. So Belgium has been very good at some of these openings, but very bad at capitalizing on it when they have the advantage.
Well, Logic's is going to have the pulse bomb up now, but every time Logic's gets a kill, it's like poking the United Kingdom snake. They just snap back and go for it as soon as that happens. Cruz opens it up with a beautiful entry, a support kill. He's able to take down Bode, and I think that's just time to retreat.
Right now it is absolutely time to retreat, though. Brudor moving in, rock'em sock'em into the corner, but might not matter as Cruz slices and dices into the back. That will certainly end this push here for Belgium, but they're down to their final 8 seconds right now, Hex. They cannot back out, but they no longer have a team to contest.
Cruz is not a bad Genji for a former Lucio, I'll tell you that much right now. Bode's back in here, he's going to transcend, but just a little bit of stall as Boombox able to take down his counterpart, and just every time, the United K strategy to deal with Logic's was, if he kills us, go fight. We're just not going to deal with Logic's, he's that good, but if he starts doing something, then go fight.
Well, oftentimes when Logic's would get those early kills, we'd have to invest key resources. A lot of his blanks, usually his rewind, so there is sort of a sweet spot there where Logic's can't fight as effectively as he would like, so if you know that Logic's used all of his cooldowns to get 1 kill, and you know that Belgium is really relying on Logic's to make those opportunities, why not counter dive in and try and even things out right there?
Belgium has fantastic individual players, veterans of the scene who've been around since the very earliest days of Overwatch. They haven't had that much time to play together, and some of that came to bear here, where ultimates would be used after the fight was essentially lost. When they'd lost 2 people very early, a support ult would come in. And yes, you have sound barrier, but it's still 4v6. Some of that coordination, not quite there yet, because Belgium just simply hasn't had the time to play together.
That was the case when we talked to Belgium. There was conflicts in regards to other teams they were playing on. They found it difficult to get that practice time in, and as you mentioned, they have those crucial individually talented players, but they're running into a very tough challenge right now in the United Kingdom, where really they have both. They have incredibly good players, household names, and they've had time to practice and get on the same page.
Well, so we mentioned it as well, that the UK might be the most confident and or cocky team in the tournament. And while the US has this kind of quiet confidence where they're just focused in and they don't really care what the outside world thinks of them, UK has been pretty loud about how good they are. It's been super, no one's having more fun at the World Cup qualifiers than the United Kingdom.
Look, the UK has an aura, right? Even the last few days here where we've been in and around the hotel, you feel a chill up your spine, then you just see the UK team walking together, laughing, having fun. These are the guys right now that really enjoy the opportunity to be here, absolutely have something to prove, and so far, they have been very impressive in their initial showing here against Belgium.
The Christopher duo keeping them very loose. They're definitely enjoying themselves. There's no nerves on the side of the United Kingdom team, and they feel very confident that they are coming out, that they are going to BlizzCon.
For them, it wasn't even a question in their mind. They told us, just looked us straight in the eyes and go, we're going to win this. And this is a team that they feel like they've also been a little bit underestimated, so we'll see just how they do throughout the group stage. But right now, they have Belgium to worry about, and they're off to a good start.
Belgium, oddly enough, picking right into the United Kingdom's hands. United Kingdom's favorite control map has been Ilios, one of the few teams who mentioned Ilios. You know, I'm a fan of it because I love the Ruin stage. Hopefully we get to see the Ruin stage, get some Sombra and Widow up there now, but we're going to kick it off here. And Belgium, their most success was with Pharah and Mercy together. So I think this is a good opening gambit at the very least.
This is also a very good stage to run the Pharah Tracer combo, where the Tracer can really hug near the coastline. It can make it difficult to really get in on the Pharah when the Pharah is that far out. Also, Logic's is a master of getting early kills, and control maps in general are a Tracer playground. more so than even the other types, where a good Tracer can really work the map to her advantage.
Right. Also, you just want to get Cruz off of the Genji. He had 4 elimination Dragon Blades twice in the last map. If you can get him off Genji, that's great, but it has been Boombox and Christopher combining for 3 early on, and this fight is over before it even begins.
This fight also doesn't make a lot of sense, given how we've seen successful Pharah comps go.
Yeah.
They fought in the underpass over there, where there was cover from the Pharah rockets, and the Pharah was very easily attackable. If they had taken that fight nearer to the point, Spree would have had more room to work with, and also it would have been more difficult to get on top of him. So Belgium just did not take that fight where they needed to, and the United Kingdom was right there at the punish.
I absolutely agree, and maybe that's, again, a part of not practicing together enough. It's akin to fighting out of sightlines when you have a Widow on your team. You're essentially fighting 4v6 because half your team can't contribute. We'll see if they can rectify that issue. They are still fighting in the same area, but not sending them in all the way. But again, a support lost on the entry for Belgium.
The UK is very happy to fight here.
Right.
They absolutely will take every fight in this enclosed area because Spree does not have the opportunities he's looking for there. And then the UK, when they're not worrying about the Pharah as much, are able to just collapse with their tanks and suffocate Belgium when they're gasping for air. So right now, UK in full control of this round.
You know what I do when it rains? I go inside. So when justice rains from above, I put a roof over my head as well. And I don't understand why they're just not fighting out in the open. Force the fight where it needs to be. And also, I think one of the best spots for a Pharah would be outside the edge of the lighthouse. It's so hard to deal with it. You have natural cover.
Do indeed, but this time Logic's able to get in on Boombox, able to end that threat. A 5-on fight here for Belgium. They have a Resurrection Reserve. This is the best chance they've had all round long, but Logix goes down. Mikey able to take him down early on, and the Resurrection must come in now to give Belgium a shot.
It's a good resurrection, but it really only gives them a one-man advantage. They need to capitalize on it, but Mikey has been a good surprise for us. I was, again, very doubtful of his Tracer. He has shown up absolutely huge for this team. Really, the only one getting much done at all for Belgium is Logix. Silver lining here, they should have one more fight, and they have a treasure trove of ultimate abilities.
This is sort of a litmus test here for Belgium. With all the resources they have available, if they're not able to make something happen with this, there's a problem. They might have to get wrecked by the Dragon Blade, but oh my goodness, the Scepter comes up for A-Fox and only hit A-Fox. He did not share his music, and that is not working out well at all for Belgium as Cruz goes right through, deals with the people who wanted that protection, and now the UK might be taking this first round.
Well, A-Fox had to get to the points, and so he wanted to use his ultimate before he died with it. He was the only one out there able to touch the point, so that's why you saw what you did there. I think the biggest issue is your Pharah Mercy wasn't even able to get Cruz to switch. And Cruz on his Genji, it's his best hero by 1.5 miles. We've seen all the damage he can do on it. Not as good on 76, at least you're eliminating part of that threat. They weren't even effective enough to force a hero switch. That's bad.
The problem here, again, is that there's areas where Pharah can go that are very good for her on the offense and very good on the defense. And one of those areas in these different maps, whether it be on Ilios or Oasis, is that you go to the coastline and you make it a real problem to get on the Pharah while she still has full ability to see.
Right.
Belgium was just not taking that fight in a good area for them. And the UK, to their credit, they knew where they wanted the fight. They drew the fight over there, and it was surgical.
So even on this map, on the right side of your screen is where you should see the pharmacy. Behind the lighthouse, use that cover out over the ocean on the right side of your screen. Now, under cover, where you should not see the Pharah Mercy, but that's where United Kingdom's going to try to force the fight.
And that's where they're going immediately. They want to draw Belgium in here again. They are using this protection from the rockets, as it were, to really put Belgium in an awkward position. And Belgium, for now, they're still fighting more in this area, but this time perhaps a little bit further back. But Brudor didn't get the memo. He was really far out, gets punished, and now the UK can really dive in on Belgium.
Yeah, Boombox, another initiation kill, which has been his signature move throughout several tournaments. The last 6 months really exploded onto the scene. And a couple bit of cleanup there as they bully Senpai back. United K will grab first point here. And on control maps with this large area of a capture point, that first capture is absolutely crucial. Going to be difficult for Belgium to evict all of the UK players off the point and regain control.
And don't forget, right now, Belgium is on the hot seat. If they don't take this round, that's going to be it. It will be a quick 2-0 for UK in map score. So Belgium, the time to strike really is now. Spree has built up the barrage. It's been a better fair round here so far, even without the pickoffs. He's done decent damage. Now he has to look for the right situation to drop that barrage in and give Belgium an opportunity.
That's really good to have spotted out there, but it is Cruz with the blade. He already dashes through door. He's going to take out both tanks, and now there's no real meat on the ground for them to take this back. They're just going to try to get on the point. They have to sacrifice lives. This push, though.
Belgium now heading into what will likely be their best window. You take a look at the ultimate situation. Yes, they will have to weave in and through the double support ultimates of the United Kingdom right now, but they have a decent reserve of their own. If you're going to get hero play from, say, Logic to Spree, now is the time.
United Kingdom doing reminds me a little bit of how the United States played. They're just being aggressive on their defense. They're not waiting for the other team to set up. If they feel that they have a window and an ultimate where they can win a fight with one ult, they're doing it.
Oh my goodness, Boombox finds Logics in the beginning. That hurts Belgium horribly. They have to go in 5v6. They don't have great opportunity to use their ultimates. Maybe they use a resurrection to bring this even, but no, they go for the reset. Everyone into the hole.
A little Sparta pit action there that we've seen happen time and again. But this is signature Boombox. He gives them more 6v5s no matter what team he's on, more than any other Zenyatta. He starts it out with a kill. Most Zens are incapable of doing what Boombox can do. He is a special player.
Well, will Belgium go into halftime with a bang or a whimper? They use the early resurrection to bring back Spree immediately, so they still have the 6v6. All ultimates are on deck as Belgium tries to change their fate. Cruz out of the fight early on. It's a better start for Belgium, but not one yet. UK striking back with a sound bear of their own. They are still not giving up ground.
There's a nice chase on the Cruz because he was actually going up and very low, still back and forth right now. And taking Boombox out of the fight, also a very big deal. The UK is going to throw some ultimates at this just to make sure they at least get to 99%. And what Christopher can do here is maybe stall it out long enough to bring his team back in, but wow, he gets a kill out of it.
He can do more than just stall it out. He can take down Logic, who's the heart of Belgium. United Kingdom coming back in. The cleanup coming in from Cruz. That's not a sword, that's a broom. And it sweeps Belgium right off of the map. United Kingdom 2-0 to start this out.
We've seen Primal Rage be so impactful, not only as a stall mechanism to bring the rest of your team back and to stay alive, but also during those stalls nowadays, we're seeing them get kills out of it. People have become so much better at Primal Rage, of using it for the damage-dealing force it can be.
And for the UK, again, they told us that they are going to BlizzCon, and they have looked very good here so far, where whatever angle you want to look at, whether it be their tank play or their DPS play, everyone has stepped up for this UK team. And the